You know, few places over the last 40 years have brought more Augustans together than this one, the Civic Center, what we now call the James Brown Arena. A little history. This spot between 7th and 8th and Ford and Fenwick used to be a railroad yard. Specifically, it was where the railroad repairs were made and the big old roundhouse turned things around. But train travel went away and the city leaders moved ahead and launched plans for a civic center in this place. It was designed by I.M. Pei, the same internationally known architect who did so much with downtown Augusta's Broad Street in the 1970s. That done, the focus shifted here and stalled. The short story is the taxpayers began to balk and the leadership began to falter. And then there was politics. By the time it opened in December 1979, its creation had consumed the efforts of 19 different Coliseum Authority members, 2 Civic Center managers, 2 assistant managers, and incurred hundreds of thousands of dollars in cost overruns. And then, in the last month of the 1970s, all of that was forgotten. The Civic Center opened all shiny and new, and the shows began. Up first in December 1979 was Waylon Jennings, the first musical act to play the Civic Center. More than 7,000 fans filled the arena that December 14th. Originally, Aerosmith was to perform a day earlier for the arena's first concert. The band rescheduled because its star, Steven Tyler, got sick. That's okay. The stars began to come to town. There were the Beach Boys and B.B. King, Barry Manilow and Alabama, and that was just for starters. I remember that sold-out Diana Ross show in the 1980s. My date got me a souvenir, the only one she could find, a Diana Ross Tour golf visor. I don't know where that visor or that date are today. But there was more. Ray Charles, Tina Turner, Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, Elton John, and of course, James Brown. It was nice they named the arena after Mr. Brown too. They held his funeral here, and it was probably the biggest crowd to ever be inside that building. Of course, Michael Jackson showing up helped. And it wasn't just music here. There was the Cutting Horse Futurity, there was the circus, there was wrestling and boxing, and Larry the Cable Guy appearances. There was basketball and the Globetrotters, indoor football, and there was almost a decade of professional ice hockey with the Augusta Lynx and briefly Riverhawks. And let's especially not forget that tens of thousands of Richmond and Columbia County High School graduates have received their diplomas here. All right here on the site of an old railroad repair shop. I admit, sometimes this arena is showing us its age, but it also keeps showing us a good time.